Hello everybody, welcome once again to another interesting video on verbal ability from CareerRide. This is the third part of the video on fixed prepositions that are usually asked in your exams. And in today's video, we'll see another 25 words that are usually asked in your placement test and entrance exams under the topic fixed prepositions. And these fixed prepositions, as you know, they help you in solving various types of questions, be it fill in the blanks, be it spot the error, or sentence improvement. And in addition to all this, they also help you in solving the questions from closed tests. Okay, so a very important topic that you must pay attention to. Let's begin with the sentences. Sentence number 1 here says, she made fun of him by mocking dash his voice. The options given to you are at, on, and as you know in my videos, this sign of phi, it means null, no preposition required. That is you mean you don't need to fill up anything in the blank in this case. Okay, and the fourth option is upon. So she made fun of him by mocking his voice, at his voice, on his voice, or upon his voice. What should it be? Just try to answer it for yourself. So the first thing to understand here is, what does the word mock mean? Mock means you copy somebody, but you copy them in an unkind manner. That is not kind to them. Okay. So this word mock, it doesn't require any preposition with it as such. Okay. So the option for you is phi here, null, nothing. Okay. So she made fun of him by mocking his voice is what you would say. You would not say at his voice. A lot of you get confused with this preposition. Okay. So just make sure that this word doesn't require any preposition. You don't fill up anything here. Okay. Now, another word that is very close to this word mock is jeer. Okay. So the crowd jeered at the speaker. Pay attention. Here you are using jeered at the speaker. Okay. And this word jeer, it means making rude and mocking remarks, but in a very loud voice. Okay. Sentence number 2. He yielded dash his desire to consume alcohol. Now, the first thing to understand here is, what does the word yield here mean? It doesn't mean that production sort of a thing. You yield in terms of your crop production. The word here means to surrender or to give in to something. Okay. So, he yielded dash his desire to consume alcohol. The options given to you are again phi, to, at, by. Which of these would you fill up in this blank? So the option that goes well with this word yielded here is to. Okay. So he gave into his desire to consume alcohol is what you are trying to say. So he yielded to his desire to consume alcohol. Okay. So now coming to sentence number 3. They left her dash the lurch. Okay. Now the options given to you are at, on, in, and by. So what is the most important thing to know here? It is the meaning of this word lurch. Okay. So this word, it means abandon or desert someone when they are in difficult circumstances. Okay. Now the options given to you are at, on, in, and by. They left her in the lurch is what you would say. Okay. Sentence number 4. The hotel has a trained staff at the reception to attend dash the guests. The options given to you are phi, to, on, upon. Which of these should fill up this blank? Try to answer it for yourself. The hotel has a trained staff at the reception to attend to the guests is what you would say. Why? It is very important to understand why you are filling up the preposition that you are actually filling up the blank with. The word attend here is being used in the sense of dealing with the guests or dealing with something. And whenever this word attend is used in that sense of dealing with somebody or something, you use to with it. Okay. Now see, it is very difficult to remember so many things. That is why it is very important that your concepts have to be clear. And that is something what we are trying to achieve through these videos. In the first 2 videos on fixed prepositions, we had 30 words each, right? How many of them can you remember? Until and unless you know why you are doing what you are doing, right? So make sure that your concepts are clear. I understand this is language, but if you can try to do things like mathematics to an extent, then things will become easier for you, and that is what we are trying to do. We are trying to make our concepts clear, right? So with this word attend, whenever it is used in the sense of dealing with somebody or dealing with something, you use to with it, okay? Otherwise, see this one now. I'll attend today's meeting, okay? This sentence here. I'll attend today's meeting. I have not used to here. Why? Because here the word attend is being used only in the sense of being present there. I'll be present in today's meeting, okay? I'll attend today's meeting. That is the sense that the sentence is carrying here. That is why it is important to understand the meaning of the sentence, and also it is important to know why you are doing what you are doing. Your concepts have to be clear. When your concepts are not clear, you try to remember things and your mind has a limited capacity. Okay, you will not be able to retain those things if you just try to mug up everything. Try to make your concepts clear. Sentence number 5. Humility and patience carry you dash difficult phases of life. The options given to you are over, through, on, in. Now, humility and patience carry you through difficult phases of life is what you would say. Why? Because now if it is a phase of life, it means it is some time, right? It could be a good phase, it could be a bad phase, it could be, a sad phase, something of that sort. But it is a period of time, okay? And you get through it, okay? So humility and patience carry you through difficult phases of life is what you say. You don't say carry you over. No, you have to pass through this phase, okay? Sentence number 6. The minister sympathized dash the flood victims. The options given to you are by, with, for, at. Now a lot of students, they get confused with and for. The minister sympathized with the flood victims, right? Why? I'll just explain to you in a while. The minister sympathized with the flood victims is what you would say. Now see this sentence. If you sympathize with someone, which means if you sympathize with someone, you have sympathy for them. You see the difference? Right? If you have sympathy for somebody, it means you sympathize with them. So if it is sympathize, you would say with them. Right? If it is simply sympathy, you have the sympathy for them. Right? There's a difference here. If you are confused, you can pause the video here and try to take a good look at this slide. Otherwise, I don't think there is anything difficult as such. Sentence number 7. The jilted man took a public revenge dash the woman. Okay. Now the options given to you are on, from, upon, at. Now which preposition out of these goes with the word revenge here in this case? Now a lot of students will get confused between on and from, and in fact upon also. Okay, so which of these is the right option? The jilted man took a public revenge on the woman is what you would say. You take revenge on somebody, okay, not from somebody. You take revenge on somebody, okay? And for those of you who do not know what does this word jilted mean, it means abandoned in love. Somebody who has been abandoned by someone else in love, they take a revenge on them, okay, is what you say. Sentence number 8. We take pride dash the beauty of our house. Now this is a very, very important sentence because it is asked many a times in the exams. We take pride dash the beauty of our house. Now which option should fill up this blank? In, on, off, over. A lot of students get confused between in and on. Let's try to make this clear. We take pride in is what you would fill up in this blank, okay? Because you see the word pride here, it is preceded by take, okay? So it is working as a noun here. We take pride in something. Okay, we take pride in the beauty of our house. So pay attention if there is this word take present in your sentence. If it is, then you would say pride in. Take pride in the beauty. Take pride in the intelligence, or whatever it may be. Okay, but now see this sentence. Radha prides herself on her beautiful flower garden. There's a difference here. Now this on is used here. Why? See this thing that I've got for you in the bracket here. Pride on oneself on something, okay, is what I've written here. Okay, now you see Radha prides herself on her beautiful garden. Whom does she pride? She prides herself on her beautiful garden. Okay, when this is the type of construction, oneself on something. Okay, oneself is what? Oneself is whom here? It is herself here, Radha. So that is why on her beautiful garden. There's a difference in the two sentences. The construction is different in the two sentences here. Pay attention because this is going to be useful to you, very, very useful to you in the exams. Okay. Sentence number 9. He has put a lot of effort in, into, on, at his game. Which of these options would you fill here? He has put a lot of effort into his game. Why? This word put is present here in the sentence. You see? So the effort was earlier with the boy or the girl who was playing the game, and now they have put this effort from inside them into the game. Right? So there is a transfer, you see. Okay? From them into the game. Okay? So he has put a lot of effort into his game is what you would say. Sentence number 10. The wheels of the car press dash the road. The options given to you are against, over, upon, or on. Now, this is a sentence that is usually asked, and a lot of students definitely get confused here. Now, there is something to understand first of all. This is the road and this is the wheel of the vehicle, the tire of your scooter, maybe say bus, car, whatever it may be. Okay. So you would say that it is pressing against the road. It is not pressing over the road, on the road, or upon the road. It is pressing against the road. Okay. Because there is a friction involved here. Okay. So you press the tire or the wheel against the road is what you say. Okay. Now there is something interesting here. If there is a glass window given to you, okay, and somebody is trying to press their face here, you would say you are pressing your face against the glass window. Okay. You are not pressing it on the glass window. You are pressing it against the glass window is what you would say. Okay. Sentence number 11. I began to suspect him dash stealing when I saw a gold watch on his wrist. Now, first of all, what is this sentence trying to tell you? This sentence is trying to tell you that you see somebody and they have a gold watch on their wrist. And you know that they don't earn that much of money that they can buy it for themselves. So, you start suspecting them. You start suspecting them of stealing is what you would say. Okay. So, you suspect someone of something. Okay. That is how you use this word suspect, and this is the preposition that goes along with it. You suspect someone of doing something. Okay. Sentence number 12. Players were reprimanded dash poor conduct on the ground. There were some players playing some game on the ground and they did not conduct themselves well. So they were reprimanded. Reprimanded for the poor conduct is what you say. Okay. You don't say they were reprimanded on poor conduct on the ground. No. They were reprimanded for the poor conduct. Okay. Now, there are some other words also that look alike reprimanded. In fact, they are synonyms of reprimanded that are usually used in the language. These words are reproof, rebuke, scold, reproach, upbraid. Okay. At times, you may find these words also in the sentence. But don't get scared. You can use them in a similar manner. Okay, players were scolded for, players were rebuked for. Okay, that is how you would say in this particular sentence. Sentence number 13. People are skeptical dash politicians' sympathy for the poor. The word skeptical here means doubtful, dubious. Okay, you don't trust their intentions. That is what basically you are trying to say. So the people are skeptical about. The options given to you are about, on, over, at. But the right option to fill up here is this: you are skeptical about their intentions. Okay, you are doubtful about their intentions. Okay, so the people are skeptical about politicians' sympathy for the poor is what you would say. Sentence number 14. We are all dash danger of losing our jobs. So when you have this type of a construction, we are all in danger. Okay, we are all in danger of losing our jobs. But had it been risk, then this type of a construction would work. See this. We are at a risk of nuclear war. Okay, and you are not trying to say we are in a risk of nuclear war. You say you are at a risk. So in danger and at a risk. Okay, is what you say. Sentence number 15. Banks are liable dash any security breach in online banking system. For, to, of. Which of these should fill up this blank? The students usually get confused between for and to. Okay, which of these should fill up this blank? Now see here what is happening in this case. Banks are liable for any security breach in online banking system. This online banking system, it is owned by the banks and we are their customers. So if any security breach happens, they are responsible for it. Okay, they are responsible for it. They are liable for it. Okay, is what you are trying to say in this sentence. So whenever you are using this word liable in the sense of responsibility, you say liable for. Okay, but see this sentence now. Children are liable to faint if they stand in the sun for long. Liable to. That is what you are using here, because the sense of the sentence is different here. What you are trying to say is different here. What you are trying to say here? You are trying to say that if children are standing in the sun for a very long time, they are likely to faint is what you are trying to say. So they are liable to faint. Okay, here you are using this word in the sense of saying likely. Okay, this might happen. It is likely to happen. Okay, is what you are trying to say. So the usage is different here. That is why the prepositions are different here. Okay. Sentence number 16. North India can expect a temporary respite dash the heat. Of, to, from, in. Which of these options should fill up the blank? Try to answer it for yourself. North India can expect a temporary respite from the heat. Okay. Respite here means relief. Okay. What does it mean? It means relief. So North India can expect a temporary relief from the heat is what you are trying to say here. Okay. Now see this construction. The law relieves you of any liability. What is happening here is you are using this word relief, relieves, that it becomes here. The law relieves you of any liability. So relieve someone of something. Okay. So who is someone here? Is you. This is someone of something. So what is that something? That is any liability. This is something here. Okay. So you say the law relieves someone of liability. The law relieves you of any liability is the type of construction you are using here. So pay attention to these two sentences. If it is just saying that you get relief from this, right? This kind of a construction, you get respite from the heat. This is what you would say. You would say from. Otherwise, if you relieve someone of something, then you would say of. Okay. Sentence number 17. People with high BP are vulnerable to diabetes. Okay, it is not towards, it is not for, it is not anything else. It is vulnerable to, which means prone to, susceptible to is the right usage. Okay. Sentence number 18. If you laugh at yourself, others won't laugh at you. Okay. It's neither on, you don't laugh on somebody, you laugh at somebody. Okay. And that somebody could be you yourself. Okay. So you say, if you laugh at yourself, others won't laugh at you. You can just have it in your mind, and because this is how it is used. Sentence number 19. She persists dash her search for the truth. In, on, with, by. These are the 4 options given to you. Now this is again a very, very important word. In fact, a set of words, persist and insist, because the students usually get confused between persist and insist. Okay, which of these options should go with them? And let us try to clear it for you. She persists, which means that she continues. Okay, she continues in her search for the truth. So she persists in is what you would say. This option in, it goes with the word persist here. Okay. Now see this construction. She insisted on finding the truth, which means she forcefully demanded. This word insist means demanding something forcefully. Okay. So she insists on. Okay. She insists on finding the truth, and she persists in her search for the truth. Okay. These are 2 very important words because they are usually asked in the exams also, and a lot of students find them confusing also. So make sure that you pay attention to the right usage of prepositions with them. Okay. Sentence number 20. Strawberries impart a beautiful pink color dash the milkshake. Okay. So in the milkshake, for the milkshake, or to the milkshake. Most of you would not use inside, I know. But you'll get confused between in, to, and for. So the preposition that goes with the word impart is it imparts to the milkshake. Okay. You impart something to something. Okay. Impart to is what you say. Okay. So this to is for impart. It is not for the beautiful pink color or anything else. It is for this word impart. Okay. So strawberries impart a beautiful pink color to the milkshake is what you say. Sentence number 21. If you do something dash purpose, you do it deliberately, which means you do it intentionally. If you do something on purpose, you do it intentionally, which means that you are trying to do something knowingly. Okay. But if something happens by accident, it happens by chance. So you see, we are trying to deal with 3 words and 3 prepositions here. The first one is on purpose, by accident, by chance. Something happens by accident. Something happens by chance, but you do it on purpose. I hope you have understood it. And if not, you can pause the video and take a good look at this slide. Sentence number 22. He is good dash swimming at, in, with. Which of these prepositions should fill up this blank? You should say he is good at swimming, at doing something. Okay. He is good at swimming, but he is good with numbers. Right. He is good with children. Right. This is what you would say, because he is able to deal with the numbers very easily is what you are trying to say here. Okay. So he is good with numbers. Sentence number 23. Don't interfere dash other people's lives. In, with, along. Don't interfere in other people's life. Okay. Now see this construction. Every time the phone rings, it interferes with my internet. So a lot of students get confused between in and with. So whenever you are talking about somebody's life, okay, you say interfere in. Okay, don't interfere in somebody's life. But whenever you are talking about things, you say with. Every time the phone rings, it interferes with my internet is what you would say. Okay. Sentence number 24. The trees in the orchard were laden dash apples, which means there was a tree and it was full of apples. There were a lot of apples on the tree. Okay, so the trees in the orchard were laden with. They were laden with apples is what you would say. Okay, if you confide dash someone, you put your faith in them. Okay, so I have used this construction purposefully. I have used this sentence purposely because I wanted to just show you how this confide and faith, they go together. If you confide in someone, it means you are putting your faith in them. Okay, now see this type of a construction. He confided to her that he is going to leave his job. Okay, so he confided in her. No, he did not put his faith in her. He confided something to her. He told her something. Okay, so there is a difference here. You are putting your faith in somebody here, so you are saying confide in someone. But when you tell somebody to something to somebody, when you tell your secret to somebody, you confide it to them. Okay, this is the difference here. So with this, I really hope that whatever we have learnt in these 3 videos, the first 2 videos were a set of 30 words each and this is 25 words. So it is a total of 85 words that you know now from the exam point of view. Fixed prepositions, and along with them we also saw some other related words also. Okay, so I really hope that whatever we have learnt in these 3 videos on fixed prepositions, it is going to be useful to you in your placement tests and your entrance exams also. So if you found these videos useful, make sure that you give them a thumbs up and share them with your friends also. And if you want to stay updated with more videos on verbal ability, topics like subject verb agreement, tenses, conjunctions, etc., make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Till then, bye bye and take care.